What up, Jankstas, and welcome to another episode of Janky Town. Follow along on social media at JankyTown69 on Twitter and Instagram. And of course, you could always email me at jankytown69@gmail.com. Be a part of the show. Call the Jank line, 855-JANKY69. I want to play your messages. I want to hear your beautiful voices. So give me a call and leave a message. It could be about anything you want. A question, comment, tell me I suck. I don't know. Just call, leave a message. 855-JANKY69. Now, on this episode, Squish member Dr.Rachel joins me as a co-host. So enjoy, Jankstas. Let's get this shit started.
Janky Town, hit the ground. We can get the janky poppin', that's a sound. We make your frown go upside down. It's getting janky, we the greatest pound for pound. What up, Dave? What up, Dave? What up, bro? What up, Janksta? What up, Dave? What up, Dave? What up, bro? What up, Janksta? It's getting janky, it's getting janky, it's getting janky. I love it when we jank around. It's getting janky, it's getting janky, it's getting janky. I love it when we jank around. Janky Town.
Rachel, you ready?
Yes, I am. God.
Why'd you say it like that?
I don't know. I don't know what to do.
Dr. Rachel Lipnicki, welcome back to Janky Town.
Thank you.
See, it pays to be a Squish member, doesn't it?
Oh, is that why? Is that why?
Yes,
Is that
that's
why I do
one
it?
of the perks, is you get to co-host an episode. And the last time you co-hosted one, it was with Beer Mug and I, and we had the
That bullshit quiz.
Yeah, but we went to his house, and we had a good time. It was very late at night. We're in a much different scenario here.
Yes.
But here we are. So thanks for coming back, and thanks for being a member. I really appreciate it, and I appreciate all of you Jankstas who decided to take this journey with me and listen to me spew some more bullshit of weird and odd stories. And I think we're going to get to them this week. So welcome to another episode. Rachel, it's been a long week. How was your week?
It was okay. You know, ups and downs. I broke my toe, my big toe, which was not fun.
Don't you need your big toe for, like, balance and stuff? Isn't that, like, if you remove your big toe, then you can't walk straight?
You know, turns out I didn't realize until I broke my toe, like, how much you actually use your big toe for walking.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Like, okay, if you ever pay attention to when you're walking and, like, when you lift your foot off the ground, your big toe, like, helps with that a lot. I never noticed. Well, now I do, because it fucking hurts when I walk.
How does one break a toe?
I tripped on a curb that was painted red, specifically so nobody would trip on it. But I did anyway.
Were you wearing socks and shoes, or were you wearing bullshit sandals?
I was wearing flats. It was my work flats.
Your work flats. Did this happen at work? Are you suing?
No, it happened at my boyfriend's auto shop, at the shop, like, across from him. There was a curb.
Are you suing?
No.
Are you going to sue anybody over your injury?
No. I'm just going to take my ibuprofen and that's it.
Did you go to the doctor and make sure it was broken, or are you just saying, oh, I have a broken toe?
No, I did. I wasn't going to initially because I was like, what are they going to do? But then everything that I read was like, when to go to the doctor, if you have a broken toe, or you think. And, like, everything said, if it's your big toe. And I was like, okay, well, I should probably go. And, yeah, they did an x-ray, and I had a little fracture on it. It wasn't enough to, like, put me in a boot or do any surgery, but enough to cause pain and to annoy me.
Do the doctors go, this little piggy went to the market, and this little piggy got smashed, and then, like, twist the toe back to break it back to normal?
No.
No,
I
none of that?
No, I would have killed him. No, it's just like a little crack in my toe. And there's a little bruise around it. and it hurts. And now my ankle hurts because it's trying to compensate for how I'm not being able to walk correctly. I got problems.
Okay, I might have had a little better week than you did. Started off my weekend with a little Topgolf. Have you been to the Topgolf in LA?
No.
Have you been to the Topgolf in Vegas?
No, I've never been.
Have you been to the Topgolf in Arizona?
I've never been to any Topgolf.
So not the one in Galveston, Texas?
No, also not that one.
Not the one in Gulf Shores, Alabama?
No, not even the one in Michigan that we got my dad a gift card for. Never been.
Well, that sucks because now you're not going to understand when I say that the Topgolf in LA is fine. Like, it's fun because it's... You ever been to a driving range?
No.
Okay.
I don't do any of this shit.
Yeah, you don't do anything physically. I get that. But, like, for the people who have been to the Topgolf, and you should know, like, it's a fun event. It's a fun day. You know, that's a good present for your dad, right? It's fun. You go grab some drinks and go swing and hit some golf balls. Play some games. They actually provide games that you play, and no one plays them because everyone sucks at golf. So their games are really hard. So like, hit this, color, hit this color. No, just fucking swing away.
Okay.
But I gotta say, it's a cool theory, but I don't know if it's going to survive here in Los Angeles because part of what I think helps, and maybe it's just me because the only other one I've been to is Vegas, so that's the only one I could really compare it to, is I go and I get shit-faced, and then I hop in a cab or an Uber and go to the Strip because it's right behind the Strip. But here in Los Angeles, you got to drive home. So it's not as fun, and it's kind of expensive, so... I mean, I don't know if I'll ever go back, honestly. Not in California. You know what? I will because it's fun. It's fun.
Okay, well, I feel like you just answered your question.
Yeah, but it's not the same. It's not the same. It's not the same view. Like, it's something hitting the ball and seeing the wind at the end of that's really cool. So it's nice at night in Vegas. Here, it's just like, oh, okay, it's dark.
I mean, well, everything in Vegas is always going to be like more. It's going to be more extra,
Yeah.
Like, that's always going to be cooler.
But here's also why it's bullshit. Because at Topgolf, I was crushing the ball. Crushing. And it was Father's Day the next day. I wanted to take my brother out. He's a father. So me and my other brother wanted to take our brother out to a round of golf. Mm-hmm. Well, he was hosting a get-together, so he couldn't make it. So me and my other brother wanted to play golf. Mm-hmm. And my brother is really good at golf. Mm-hmm. I am not. But Topgolf had me believing that I was. Right?
Okay. What?
Yeah, I mean, like I said.
You're not, right?
But like I said, okay. I was crushing. I was crushing at Topgolf. My balls are going straight. I was hitting clean. And so we get to the golf course. And we're already playing 9 because we got to be somewhere. We got to be at my brother's house a little later in the day. So I get to the golf course, and the very first tee is I use my driver. And they have, like, I'm going to show you. Like, here's the tee box, and there's a little fence, and there's a little walkway where you have to come in, and there's people waiting to hit next, tee off next. And I'm like, I got this. I'm going to impress my brother. I was fucking crushing yesterday. My brother hits a sweet shot, drive, tee off course. He plays every week. I swing with my might. Mm-hmm. And have you ever seen a ball go backwards? I didn't hit it. I topped it off. So it goes over the fence and into where the people are waiting. Mm-hmm. I walk over because I'm going to hit it again. I walk over and the guy's like, hey, I didn't expect to have to watch out for a ball behind this gate. And I had to say, 4.
Wait, this is what made you think you were good at golf?
No, Topgolf made me think I was good at golf because I was crushing at Topgolf.
Oh, we're not talking about Topgolf anymore?
Now we're at the next day.
I don't know I didn't even know what you were talking about.
Oh my God. So I embarrassed my brother the whole round. I thought I was ready to play. I was not. It was I'm better than that. And I had...
Well, it sounds like you're not.
Thanks.
I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. But then I had it was Father's Day. So what did you do for Father's Day since your dad is far away from you because he's smart?
I did absolutely nothing for Father's Day. I called them and said hello.
Did you ask them how his Topgolf gift card was going?
They were actually they were visiting my mom's father in the cemetery. So they
Good times.
Yes. They're probably going to be listening to this. Hi. So, no, I called them. I said hello. And usually we will spend time with my boyfriend's dad, but they were also unavailable. So we didn't do shit.
Nice. Yeah. Do you ever miss not having your dad readily available?
I mean, he's always available by phone. I can call him, but
But I mean, like it's like it's a special day.
It's nice to spend time with him.
So so you do miss someone.
Okay, sure, yes.
At Father's Day.
Yeah.
Fucking loser.
What?
I have feelings. I miss Daddy.
Oh yeah, you got daddy issues, don't you? It's not my problem.
I do not. I'm just saying. No, it's nice. It's sweet.
Yeah, sure. Fine.
But then I did something that I hardly do because Monday was sort of a holiday, I guess, right? Mm-hmm. Like I had to go to work, but it was a holiday, so the roads were empty. I met up with Lightning and Christine for some dinner.
Oh, okay.
So it was very nice. I haven't seen Lightning in a minute,
yeah.
right? I haven't seen him since we went to play cornhole against Quitters.
Yeah. And
where I literally destroyed them on my own, but Beer Mug helped too. And oh shit, they still owe me an ad on their podcast, which I never wrote for them.
Boy.
Yeah. So you may hear from my lawyers soon, and my lawyers being me, and me being not lawyer, just being like, "Hey, what's up? Do you still want to do this?"
Wow.
But it was cool catching up with Lightning. He's doing good. Christine's doing great. But here's what I want to talk about. Have you ever been to Ballast Point in Long Beach?
No, I've heard of it though.
Have you been to any Ballast Point?
No, I don't do anything.
Not the one in Huntington Beach?
There's one in Huntington Beach?
I don't know.
Oh.
Not the one at Disneyland?
Nope, I didn't even know there was one at Disneyland.
Yeah, it's in downtown Disney.
Is there one in San Diego?
Sure, why not?
I haven't been there
either.
either.
I don't know where the fuck they are. But they do something.
It's with the fish, right?
What?
Never mind.
Oh yeah, their beers are named.
Fish, right?
Their beers are named after fish.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they did something, and I thought it was kind of innovative, where you scan the QR code, and then you order off your phone, and then they just bring it to you, right?
Okay.
No waiters, nothing like that. So they let you know there's a 5% surcharge. Right? Yeah. So.
Ew.
Yeah. Ew.
I hate that.
Yeah. So okay, cool. But then.
Is that like to replace? Is it like or what is it?
I don't know. It's a surcharge for the staff. So I immediately I was like,
yeah, it's fucking bullshit.
All right. So, we're ordering throughout the night. We're ordering food, drinks, and stuff like that. And there's a note that says, because you're using a program. You're using what was it called? It was called like Go Bar or something like that. And it's a note that says, if you don't close out your tab by the end of the night, we automatically add a 25% gratuity. So we're there, and we're catching up. So it took us a couple of hours, and at the end of the night, I'm literally closing the tab, and I still got like 3 minutes left before it's 11 when they close, and fucking Go Bar just literally closes the tab, charges my card, charges it 25% extra tip, including the 5% surcharge thing, and there's a fucking Go Bar service charge as well to use their system that you have to use.
What?
That's some bullshit.
That is bullshit.
That's some bullshit.
That's fucked up.
So why
are you able to override it? Can you fight
it? No, because it clearly states there at the end of the night if you don't close out, even though I had 2 minutes.
Yeah.
But what am I going to be like, oh, I had 2 minutes left. And I was going to ask somebody, but I was like.
I go call Karen on their ass.
I was like, a 25% tip for just bringing drinks out and food out? Like,
that you wouldn't have paid otherwise? Or you would
have? I would have chosen my tip, which would have been 5% less than what I normally give. It would have been 15%, which I normally give 20, but I would have given 15 because they add 5%. So I don't know. It just irked me like to see that they automatically gave me automatically give themselves a 25% tip, and the program charges to use the program that you have to use. Like, shouldn't the restaurant be paying for that program, not me?
That's a flawed system.
And that's why I will never go back to Ballast Point, especially since I don't drink beer. But thank you for coming to my TED Talk on bullshit industry restaurant packages.
What? I'm not going there either.
Thank
Fuck you guys.
Yeah, you jerks. And your beer tastes like beer.
I'm glad I never heard of you existing there.
But I gotta say, the view was nice, and the best part about it was, besides catching up with Lightning and Christine, was a fucking cute little skunk came to the window and was like, "Here, look at me, I'm a little skunk." And I was like, "Hell yeah, what's up, Skunky?" And I tried to play with it, and like I wanted to touch the window, and hey, I can't touch you, I can't see you.
What?
Yeah, have you ever seen a skunk?
Yes.
Aren't
what
they
do you
cute?
mean, like we're in jail? What are you talking about?
Like, you know, in jail when you see like the inmates and their girlfriends or their wives or whatever, and they're touching the hands through the gates.
You're so weird.
I wanted to do that with the skunk because I would never be able to get that close to a skunk.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. I don't know. I'm happy for you that you had that experience. Go to Bubba Gump next time.
Oh, why is there
In Long Beach, there's a Bubba Gump.
No, but is there skunks at Bubba Gump?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't want to go to Bubba Gump. I don't want to eat there.
You know what? When I was there one time, we saw the tallest man in the world, and he's a guy. He was on. He was on some freak show, and that was the second time my mom saw him. Anyway. That's not related to anything we were talking about at all.
So he was legit the tallest man in the world, like Guinness certified.
Yeah, well, maybe. He's tall. I don't know. He's tall. He's a tall man.
Do you know said tall man's name?
I think I can find it.
I don't care enough to find it.
Okay, then I won't.
I thought maybe, is he your dad now? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. No. No.
Yeah, so I did not have a good experience at the Ballast Point, and it had nothing to do with the staff or the place or food itself. It was actually pretty good. It was just the fact that I hated paying that bill because it was stupid.
I agree, that's dumb.
Speaking of experiences, man, what an experience we went through this week with fucking Oceangate. Are you following that?
Yes.
Did you follow that? I guess. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So, unless you've been living under a rock, and I have a lot of thoughts on this. Oceangate, 4 billionaires and one of the billionaire's sons go in this little tin box, and it's called a submersible, and it's like a submarine, but not as big and not as legit.
Yeah, like really jankily put together.
I mean, there should have been a Janky Town sticker on there because
I was thinking about it because they charge so much money.
$250,000 per seat.
I was thinking it's like the Janky Town of podcasts.
Well, we're a podcast, so they're the Janky Town of submarines.
Whatever. It's equivalent. Anyway.
Yeah. No, so they go down to go explore the Titanic wreckage. Now, why are 5 dudes going down to see the Titanic wreckage? What's the appeal there?
One of them, 2, had already seen the wreckage like 33 times.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Why? Do they just want to spend money, or?
It's cool. I would like to do it. Not in a janky submarine that was put together with like floss and bubblegum, but like it would be cool. Somebody who was obsessed with the Titanic in '97, I would like to see that.
All right, what's the obsession with the Titanic? Was it the movie? Like, you're not really obsessed with the ship itself, though, right?
Yes, with all the like death and tragedy. I think it was like my first. I feel like that was like my first, like true crime-y, morbid interest, and like the movie sparked it all. But I was like into it.
Oh my god!
And the only good part of the movie is when they all die. Then, like, let's be real. That's the best part.
I mean, listen, the first 2 hours of the movie are bullshit, and then they hit the iceberg, and then that's when the movie gets. Then the movie does get good. It gets exciting, like the escape from all the bullshit that they're going through, and then the actual ship sinking and the people playing. Because part of that is true, right? Like, did you get into the sinking of the Titanic that much, where like you read the books to see what was accurate and what was it?
So, I looked it up on the internet. These were like my first internet memories. But what was true from the Titanic? Like, did the band really play until the end? Yes, they did.
Did they really have like half the people on the boats and stuff like that?
Yes, yeah. It was a major miscalculation because they were overconfident about the unsinkableness of the ship, so they didn't have enough lifeboats because they didn't think it would be a problem. They fucked up. Similarly, it's very ironic that
All right, and this kind of goes to what happened with the Oceangate guys. So they go down, and is it true that the captain blew off warnings? The captain of the Titanic, I should say, blew off warnings of icebergs and stuff like that, and then plowed ahead and then actually hit one?
So they had, from what I remember, they had detected that there was an iceberg, and they tried, like, too late to steer clear of it. And then if they would have hit it right on, it wouldn't have been as catastrophic. But the way that they tried to turn at the last minute, it caused more damage, which ultimately led to it sinking.
Crazy. So that kind of ties into this captain, this Stockton Rush guy who built the little submersible, where he was warned numerous times. But they have done this trip so many times. They've done it, I think, 13 or 14 other times. Mm-hmm. And by the way, to get on this ship, you got to sign waivers where it tells you 3 different times that you may die in this, right?
Right.
So they sign those waivers, but I guess you sign those waivers for anything, like a roller coaster, parks, anything, right?
I mean, I don't sign shit when I go on roller coasters. We don't.
But there's a sign that says, this may result in death.
I never seen those signs.
Yeah. But then they go down on Sunday, and then they disappear. Mm-hmm. You never hear from them again. Mm-hmm. And that's where it starts to get insane. Mm-hmm. I don't even know where to begin. So first of all, it hits the internet. And what do you think happens? Do you think there's sympathy for these people? Absolutely not.
No.
The memes just start hitting. Like, it goes wild with the memes. And
which was a little...
we'll get to that later. Let's get to the story. And so the memes hit, but then we start to find out who these people were, and they're billionaires. And I think it was crazy because then one of the billionaire's son, was it Stockton Rush's son?
No.
It wasn't. It was another guy, right?
Yeah, the 19-year-old that didn't even want to do it.
No. I'm talking about the stepson. I'm getting to the fun part stuff. Okay. I'm getting to the fun stuff right now.
Not the sad stuff.
So then there's a stepson of one of the billionaires, one of them, I don't remember which one, who posts about going to the Blink-182 concert at BMO Stadium here in Los Angeles. Mm-hmm. And his post says, my stepdad would have wanted me to live my life. Mm-hmm. And everyone...
I respect him for that.
Yeah, everyone gives him shit. He goes, he knows how much I love Blink-182. Everyone gives him shit, including Cardi B.
Oh, my God.
Cardi B talks shit to him.
I didn't see that.
And what does he do? He fires back at Cardi B, says, shut up, your music sucks. Go back to writing a song.
I didn't see any of this.
Oh, my God. So now the stepson is talking shit about Cardi B. And then what else do we find out about the stepson? That he's tweeting to an OnlyFans creator.
Oh, yeah.
Saying, oh, in honor of my dad, can you sit on my face?
I heard about this.
And what the fuck? And then please keep my family in your thoughts and prayers.
Which, like
what?
Look, you can have a missing dad or stepdad and also want a girl to sit on your face. Those two things can exist simultaneously. Like, your life doesn't stop. What is he going to do?
Yeah, but you don't ask the girl, ask the girl, hey, because my stepdad is probably going to die, or is probably dead. Will you sit on my face?
Yeah, that's a little much.
Oh my God.
It was a lot.
All
and
right.
I don't blame him for going to the concert. Like, I don't know.
Okay, the
What are
concert
you
is
gonna
one
do?
thing, but okay, the concert. You go
It's
to the
like
concert.
the advertising of it. It's the way that he handled it.
Yes, you post about it, bragging about
Yeah.
you're using your stepdad's
Right.
possible demise at the time to get clout, and
Yeah.
he got it.
Yeah.
So he got it.
Good for him.
But okay, so then more news comes out. Then we learn about how they fucking controlled the submersible.
Although I did hear that that's not uncommon to use those types of controllers.
Okay, whatever. But the fact that first it comes out it was an Xbox controller. Xbox is like, nah. It was not an Xbox controller.
Don't put that on us.
It was purchased from Amazon. It was a Logitech controller, a bootleg controller that was purchased on Amazon. And then what happens when we find that out? The Logitech shares crash because their controller couldn't control a fucking bullshit submersible that was built shitty.
I mean, we'll get to what actually happened, but that was irrelevant. That turns out that was irrelevant.
It had nothing. So it turns out, let's see, are we missing anything else in this fun ride?
Wait, do you want the sad stuff or the funny stuff?
The fun stuff right now.
I don't have any more fun stuff.
Yeah, because it was the stepson.
It's very tragic.
And the Logitech. All right. So then the tragic stuff. So then people say the search is on. There's you get the Coast Guard and the Canadian Coast Guard, whatever they call their stuff, the Royal Navy or whatever, which I had no idea the Titanic was that close to Canada. Like, they almost made it to the States. So that's crazy.
Yeah, the Titanic was going from London to New York.
Yeah, but I thought it was in the middle of the ocean, like halfway. Like they weren't even close. I thought it was like just in deep sea. No, it was close to New York.
Yeah, they were close.
Yeah, they were close. So that kind of makes it more fucked up. But then they got me wondering, like, we didn't know the complete news yet, but then people were saying they have until Thursday morning. They went missing on Sunday, but they had until Thursday morning for air. And that got me thinking, what's it like being there?
I know.
Doesn't it?
I hated thinking about that.
And that's what the conversation was. Forget the people who are in there and that's another conversation we'll get to. But forget the people that are in there. What must be going through their minds of you're just watching the clock tick and you know you're going to die. There's nothing you're going to do. The breathing, you have to go to the bathroom.
Yes. Oh my God. I thought about it. Not enough people were talking about the bathroom situation.
They had a bathroom. The guy built a little bathroom in there. A little toilet.
There is no way. Did you see the inside of that thing?
Yes.
There's no way there was a bathroom in there.
But didn't they have like little tubes for their dicks and stuff? Like so you piss and it goes into the bath.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, I haven't heard anything about that.
Ugh, you're missing out on all the fun stuff.
I did. I missed out on that because I thought about that a lot.
Yeah, and okay, so.
What if they had to poop?
Well, I mean, I think they did poop in their cells, and I wonder if they had to wear. Well, they were supposed to go on what was supposed to be a couple of hours, right? Like 8 hours, 9 hour trip.
Yeah, I don't remember. I think so.
Yeah. Okay. So there's that. Where was I? Oh, yeah. So that got me thinking about the people thinking about death, and I can't think of a worse way. No. Turns out there is a worse way.
I don't know about that.
Okay, well let's discuss. So then we hear that the Navy plane is hearing tapping, right? Yeah. We heard that. But was that a lie? Because now we know what happened.
Well, they heard tapping. I mean, but it could be anything. I heard somebody say that it's ghosts.
It was ghosts.
They're ghosts. I'm like,
It was ghosts. Oh. And then it comes out that the captain's wife, her great-great-grandparents were on the Titanic and were portrayed as the couple of the old lady and the man who were in bed when the water is floating. That was her grandparents. So there was a tie to the Titanic for that. So there's all this weird shit, right?
What about the 19-year-old that was there that didn't want to go on because he was terrified and he did it so he could bond with his dad?
Okay, now we're into the sad stuff.
No.
So that is fucked. So now you have 4 billionaires and a 19-year-old kid who didn't want to go. He just wanted to bond with his dad. That is fucked.
Yeah.
So we come to find out that they all died on Sunday. They never got lost. They just died. The submersible imploded.
Yeah.
Not exploded.
Catastrophic implosion.
Not explosion, implosion.
Mm-hmm.
So here's where I think the discussion is: what is worse, the sitting there thinking you're gonna die,
Yes. Yes.
or the implosion?
Yes.
Now,
No.
Rachel, give me that water bottle.
No.
I'm
What are you
gonna
going to do to it?
I'm gonna
Okay.
do something where when you're sitting there going fucking nuts thinking you're gonna die, that's terrible. But you know what else is terrible? Going down and this happening to you.
But it
You're-
happened so fast their brains couldn't even know that was happening.
How do we know that?
Because we do. Because of
How
the
do we
amount
know
of
that?
pressure. Because of the way this shit works. It happened so quickly with the amount of pressure and the force at which they exploded. They were essentially crushed and like ripped into tissue. There was nothing.
There was nothing.
But it happened so fast that they didn't even know that happened to them. Which, personally, I would love to not know that I died. That's my preference.
Yes, that is true.
I would
neither
rather
I.
have that happen than me slowly running out of oxygen, having no food, no water, having to shit in that thing around a bunch of dudes. Like, nah. No. I
All
would
right.
rather be ripped into a billion pieces and not even know that happened to me.
Oh my god.
I mean, I'd rather be alive, but if I have to pick a way to go, it's that.
Okay, so then the internet goes wild. I love the orca memes. That it's not us, the Titanic, the James Cameron with like the guy licking his lips, like, oh yeah, there's a sequel coming on. So
This is horrible.
So-
These people are dead.
okay,
They're-
but is it
yes,
horrible?
They're still,
Why?
Because they're still human beings that are dead.
But they're billionaires.
I don't
like,
care.
They don't care about us. Why should we care about
Because
them?
they're people. It's human decency.
I care about that kid. That's who I care. I feel
mean,
bad.
yeah,
for,
that's sad.
Okay. Care it's the wrong word because obviously we care about humans.
I mean, not everybody does.
But do we feel bad?
Yeah.
No, we don't.
Yeah. I mean, it's sad. It's so sad.
It's like the guy who's like, I'm gonna base dive off a building, and then his chute doesn't open and he dies. You're like, you dummy! Like, why are you base?
It's still
base
sad.
jumping? No, it's just a
It's-
thing that happens. The guy made it. They made
It's
choices.
not just a thing that happens.
They made
it's
choices.
It's not a thing that happens to get
They
rid
made
of
choices though.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
If they had a full understanding of how
They did.
unbelievably unsafe this
They
thing
did.
is, they might not have.
They did. They all.
don't know what they knew.
They saw it. They looked and said, "We're going in that. Cool. Let's do that."
They didn't understand
Let's
like
do that.
the degree that carbon fiber, which this thing was built out of, cannot stand pressure at the rate that it's put under. Like, that's what happened.
Yeah, but see now because they're billionaires, no one cared. No one was sad. Everyone just went wild. And
Yeah.
is
that makes me upset. Because even though we don't,
But you made jokes of it.
when?
I'm asking, like, did you not make jokes of it? Did you ever share a
No.
meme or any
No,
of
I
that?
didn't.
Did you laugh about
look
like?
at my Twitter. I did not.
I'm just saying, but did you laugh? Did you see a meme and were like, "Ha, that's kind of funny"?
I mean, not really. Because it was sad.
Yeah.
It was tragic. And even if sure, they made irresponsible decisions, but I don't think that means that they deserve to die. And it doesn't make it less sad. There's still people that died, people with families, and people that love them that are dead now.
Listen, accidents and tragedies are always happening. But yeah, it's sad, but it's also kind of funny because, like the meme where it says, "Imagine thinking you're paying $250,000 for a one-way ticket."
Oh my
Come
God.
on.
Come
on.
I think it's too sad. I think it's too sad.
You know what's sad?
Sorry, I'm bringing this down.
No, it's fine. But you know what's sad is like the effort that the United States and Canada gave that, but yet you got the migrant boat.
I
in-
agree.
in
That's
Pakistan,
also
off of Greece.
I also
where
agree.
was the love for that, huh? And no one's making fun of that, right?
no.
Because you know why? That's sad.
Yeah, I mean that's
That's
also
sad.
sad. It's not like that other thing can't be sad because that thing's sad. They can both be sad. Come on.
Okay, I think we're gonna agree to disagree on this one.
That's fine.
But wow, what a week though.
I know.
That was everyone was talking about it. I think I think that eclipsed Scandival.
Oh,
because
yeah. I forgot that was even happening.
I think everybody knew about Oceangate, and this is why I think the ocean is bad, and it's always going to try to kill you.
You don't want to fuck with the ocean.
Yeah.
I read we only have explored and charted 20% of the ocean.
I believe
Isn't that fucking crazy?
I believe that because that is wild.
This also made me listen to My Heart Will Go On.
It did. Titanic did move up to number 3 in the streaming on Netflix.
I kind of want to watch it again.
Jesus Christ. But it's just a shit.
But only the last half.
Yeah, only the last hour. Well, listen, Oceangate was crazy. If you didn't know about it, I hope we
Where
brought
you
it.
been?
Yeah, I hope we brought it to life for you because there was so much going on. It was wild. Mm-hmm. Are you enjoying this episode? Okay, maybe you just want to be a part of the Janky Town community. Well, you can by joining Patreon. Just go to patreon.com/JankyTown and you could sign up for as low as $5. Show your support. $5 is all it takes. And if you want to even bump up that tier membership, you could select the Squish tier. Now, what does that include? You'll never miss a Janky Town episode. You get them all. You'll also get a personalized video message from me, and it will be janky. Plus, you get access to our WhatsApp group chat, where you could talk to a bunch of other Squish members and myself. So you have access to me at all times, so you can tell me how much I suck, share a story with me, tell me what you want to hear on the podcast, and participate by reacting to any of the stories that I do. And finally, one Janksta will co-host with me every month. So, join Patreon. It's only $5 to start or $15 for the Squish membership. And you could go to patreon.com/JankyTown. Appreciate it. Now, back to the episode. All right, how about some...
Fast stories about fast food.
Rachel, you actually sent me this. Mm-hmm. During the reunion, during that whole time, for the Vanderpump reunion, I hosted parties for all 3 nights, and one,
wow,
yeah,
okay.
It was awesome. But on the last night,
that's one word for it.
On the last night, my wonderful girlfriend Krista decided that she was going to cater with Panda Express.
Oh.
You don't know how happy that made me.
I'm sure you were thrilled.
It was amazing. And it's because the week prior, it was me and a bunch of girls, right? Mm-hmm. And I talked about my love for Panda Express, and everyone jumped in with how much they loved it. And Krista hates Panda Express.
Oh.
Doesn't enjoy it.
That was very kind of her.
So she said, you know what? Everyone loves it. I'll get it.
Aww.
So she did, and it was great. You know what else was great?
The chow mein?
Yeah, the orange chicken and all.
Sure.
But having so much leftovers from the catering that I had Panda Express for 4 meals straight.
Oh.
And let me tell you,
God.
as much as you love anything in the world.
That's too much. That's too much.
Luckily, it was different items. But
still.
even then, I felt...
Maybe need a little Panda Express break.
I do.
For a little bit.
I do. Until you sent me this fucking story where it says, Panda Express tests new orange chicken sandwich in Southern California and Colorado. Now, when you sent me that, I was like, oh, hell yeah. I know the one in Westwood. It's an innovation kitchen. I'm going to go get it.
Yeah.
I'm going to go get it. And then I read the fucking story.
Yeah, then you read it.
Following 2 successful tests at the brand's innovation kitchen in Pasadena, fuckers, Panda Express is now testing a new version of its orange chicken sandwich at select locations in Southern California and Colorado through July 11th. And I'm like, hell yeah. I live in Southern California, and I go to Colorado sometimes. So here we go. I'm in. The brand's latest orange chicken sandwich features crispy chicken glazed with the brand's signature orange sauce, topped with pickles and sriracha aioli on a potato bun. Panda Express initially tested 2 variations of the sandwich exclusively at its innovation kitchen in Pasadena back in 2021 and 2022, which I never got a chance to make it to because Pasadena is far from me. So, the Westwood one's not, where I got the orange chicken burrito, but the Pasadena one, too far. Mm-hmm. The latest variation of the sandwich will be available at the following test locations through July 11th. In Southern California, at 25276 Marguerite Parkway in Mission Viejo, 27670-B Santa Margarita Parkway in Mission Viejo. Now that's too far. 8510 Firestone Boulevard in Downey.
I drive by that when I'm going to work.
Good for you. I don't. 14480 Merced Avenue in Baldwin Park. and 15528 Whittier Boulevard B in Whittier. What the fuck? Why are these?
They're really not that far from you.
They are very far from me. Whittier is not even by a freeway.
You're being
Mission
dramatic.
Viejo is down in the fucking OC. I'm not going there.
If you wanted this that badly, you could go.
Yes, but I do. But I'm not gonna go
Not
out of my
badly
way.
enough? Yeah,
I'm not gonna go
apparently.
out of my way to get an orange chicken sandwich.
That's clear.
And then in Colorado, they're in Falcon, Colorado Springs,
Yeah,
Westminster, and
who
Fort
cares about
Collins.
that?
What?
That wouldn't be too spicy for you? With the sriracha aioli?
By the way, I didn't read about the part about the sriracha
my
aioli. I just look at this picture with the little panda.
It looks like
It looks-
cheese,
it
but
looks-
it's sriracha aioli.
It looks delicious. And I think if
It's
I
too
get
spicy
it,
for me.
if I get it, I would get it without the sriracha aioli.
Yeah.
And do you think it's better or worse than Popeyes? Do you think it tastes better?
Popeye's on my shit list right now because I went there last night and they got my order wrong. So I'm going to say better. Fuck you, Popeyes.
Well, it looks good. And Jank says if someone's in Mission Viejo or Downey or Baldwin Park or Whittier, let me know how it is. Please review it. Call the Jank line, 855-JANKY69.
Fast stories about fast food.
When was the last time you were at McDonald's?
2 days ago.
Now, did you see the Grimace birthday meal and shake?
Yeah, I saw it exists.
And you didn't get it?
No, I have not cared to find out what that even is. He's a taste bud. I don't care. What does he have to offer me?
Well, going on right now, you can go to McDonald's and get the Grimace birthday meal. Now, what does the Grimace birthday meal have? A Big Mac or a 10-piece chicken nugget with a medium order of fries and a Grimace shake.
Okay, so it's a Big Mac meal or a chicken nugget meal with a milkshake?
But it's a purple milkshake.
What's the flavor? I couldn't figure that out.
I don't know, but I think
Grimace flavor?
I think I'm
Taste
gonna
bud flavor.
See, this I will get because there's plenty of McDonald's and they're not exclusive at certain locations. Panda Express that aren't close to me. Like you want to test something out, you put it in South LA, and I will go get it and let you know how it is every time. But if you get the Grimace meal, you could try this orange shake. Now, it's available now. But they have.
Oh my god, they haven't even said what the flavor is?
No, they
Oh,
won't
that's-
tell you what the
that's-
flavor is.
That makes me uncomfortable.
But it's to every time you get the Grimace meal, $5 goes to the Ronald McDonald house. Right?
Oh.
Yeah. So.
Okay, well,
Yeah, but
I'm just a
also.
bitch.
Yeah, you are a bitch.
Yeah.
But McDonald's also launched a video game, and they made a line of Grimace merch. Which, oddly enough, I'm wearing right now
know?
from Market,
Oh.
which is funny. It has nothing to do with this one. But, yeah, so go to McDonald's and get the Grimace meal. It doesn't say how long you have until to get it. But, yeah.
will you get in and tell me what flavor you think it is?
Yeah,
Since they're being weird and mysterious
I
about
absolutely will get the milkshake.
it? I'll look it up.
I drink your milkshake. No, don't look it up. Let me
Oh,
find
fine.
out. Let me find out.
Fast stories about fast food.
Are you a fan of Krispy Kreme?
Yeah.
So I'm not the biggest fan of Krispy Kreme because to me they're too sugary. They're too sweet.
Yeah.
But they have some kick-ass collabs.
Mm-hmm.
They had a collab with Biscuit.
Oh, yeah.
Biscoff, which
Oh,
I was
yeah,
when I got that Biscoff. Yes,
Yeah.
they had the collab with that, and I got some from my friends who love Biscoff, and they said it was the greatest donut in the world.
Oh.
Then they had a collab with Reese's Pieces, or Reese's, as some people say in the East Coast, who are wrong, but don't say it like that. And that was fucking fantastic. And now they're launching their Freedom Flag donut, where they're going to celebrate the 4th of July with the new Freedom Flag, an all-American pie and red velvet sparkler donut. The chocolate iced with 4th of July sprinkled donut will also be coming back. So you could get all these different types of donuts, a part of their Stars and Stripes dozen, which are now available.
Okay.
So I think
USA. It's
USA.
Truly the American experience. Get yourself a America donut.
Fast stories about fast food.
Do you eat seafood?
Kind of. I always thought that I didn't really like it, but I'm eating more of it and realizing what I like and don't like. So, kind of.
Do you fuck with the raw bar?
No. Raw seafood, the texture weirds me out.
So no sushi or any of that?
No. If I get sushi, I either want it to be cooked or it needs to be like vegetarian sushi. The texture of raw fish is like, it makes me want to gag. It's weird. I don't like it.
So no oysters or mussels or any of that, octopus?
The only time I've had oysters is when it's included in like a tasting menu that I'm doing.
Yeah. All right. Well, maybe this will help you determine if you want to continue to eat oysters or not. Health officials issue warning after man dies from eating raw oysters at a food stand. Health officials in Missouri have issued a warning after a man died from eating raw oysters he purchased at a food stand. Per a regional report from Fox 2 Now, the oysters in question were bought at a fruit stand and seafood in the Manchester area. The 54-year-old man's death was announced on Friday via a health alert from the St. Louis County Department of Public Health.
How'd he die?
There is no evidence that the business did anything to contaminate the oysters, which were likely already contaminated when the establishment received them.
How'd he die?
Health officials said in a news release, adding that all remaining oysters from the business have been seized. An investigation continues into the original source of the offending oysters. I don't know why that sounds funny. A smattering of initial information has been publicly released per local health officials. The 54-year-old man died last Thursday after being infected with the Vibrio vulnificus bacteria. The CDC's advice on such bacteria notes that the majority of Vibrio infections originating from oysters only cause minor symptoms like vomiting and diarrhea. Yeah, tell that to that guy. Vibrio vulnificus, however, causes more severe infections. The agency estimates that as many as 30% of such infections are deadly.
My God.
That is a lot.
That's
30%.
That's high.
Yeah. Those most at risk usually have already compromised immune systems, and symptoms from this type of infection include, but are not limited to, abdominal cramps and fever. As the investigation continues, those in the region who have recently bought oysters from the Manchester business have been warned against ingesting them.
Oh my God.
Ooh. Yeah. All right.
Oh, but he might have already had like a weakened immune system. Anything could have taken that guy out.
Yeah.
You know?
That's true.
Fast stories about fast food.
Are you team In-N-Out or
Yes.
team Baker's?
No. Me and my boyfriend went to Baker's to try it specifically because you were talking about how great it is, and we were like, this isn't good. You're out of your mind. It sucks. I like In-N-Out. And
Okay.
I'm not ashamed.
All right. Well, how about if I play you this audio and if this is going to change your mind, because Baker's is the most important restaurant in the history of fast food.
You're so stupid. Okay, go ahead. It's not going to change my mind, but go for it.
What is up? This is your LA in a minute, and I stumbled across this story. I was going to do an episode on Baker's Drive-Thru, which is an Inland Empire mainstay.
By the way, I knew this story, but I'm going to let him tell it because he'll be better at it.
And I was reading the story of Neil Baker, the founder of that chain. And it turns out that Neil Baker just might be the most important person in fast food history. I'm serious. Let's get into it. So in the 1930s and 1940s, Neil Baker was a contractor, a builder, a brick maker. And he had a bunch of friends out in the San Bernardino area. Two of those friends asked him, could he help move the entire hexagonal building that their father had as a restaurant at the Monrovia Airport? Could Neil help move that building to right off of Route 66 in San Bernardino? So Neil, of course, helped move the building. And those two friends, Maurice and Dick McDonald, well, they started a little place called McDonald's Barbecue, which eventually became McDonald's. So Neil Baker was inspired. And along with his high school buddy, Glenn Bell, they'd often meet at the McDonald's, dreaming of a bigger future, especially seeing the military men coming home from World War II who kept flocking to the counter of this new fast food stand. Once again, Neil Baker's help was needed. This time, Bell asked if Baker would help him open a hamburger stand right across from this popular place that served tacos dorados, a place called Meat La Cafe. Well, Baker obliged, helped Bell open the hamburger stand, but Bell kept noticing those long lines outside of Meat La Cafe, and that motivated Bell to get into the taco business, and thus, Taco Bell was born, thanks to Neil Baker. With his friends succeeding, Baker tried his own luck, and along with his wife Carol, opened Baker's Burgers in San Bernardino. Business was good, so Baker soon opened a second location where they also added Mexican fare to the menu. And Baker pioneered the two-kitchen concept. One window for burgers, one window for Mexican food. In 1961, he hired a manager named John Gallardi, an eager young lad who wanted to learn the fast food industry. Gallardi spotted an opening in the fast food landscape for hot dogs, and within a year, he opened his first Der Wiener Schnitzel.
Oh, God.
All these chains just kept growing. And going back to Taco Bell, they hired a man named Ed Hackbarth, who learned the industry in and out, and figured out that he, too, wanted to make tacos. And in 1964, opened the first Del Taco in Yermo. By 1966, Del Taco was already on its fourth location, and a man named Dick Noggle came in to install kitchen equipment. And he was so impressed with the layout that he wanted to become a partner in the business and learn all about tacos. Dick Noggle continued the Neil Baker chain and went on to form his own restaurant, Noggle's Tacos, which ended up having more than 200 locations before merging with Del Taco. Neil Baker was content with having a regional chain with 39 locations, not too shabby, but he does have a legacy as the most important person in the history of fast food. All right, LA, it's been a minute.
What about that is supposed to make me like Baker's more?
Listen, you don't have to like the restaurant itself, but damn it, you better respect fucking Mr. Baker, because without him, you wouldn't have any of your favorite fast food restaurants.
That's fine.
Not just one, not just two, all of them due to Mr. Baker. He is a legend, and you should go support him by supporting Baker's. And they taste better than In-N-Out.
Well, he should have spent more time. All that time he was putting into building up all those restaurants, maybe he should put more time into making his food taste better. I don't know, just saying.
Bitch. All right, this isn't a fast story about fast food, but would you eat this, Rachel? The U.S. Department of Agriculture has approved the sale of lab-grown chicken in the United States. This makes the United States the second nation in the world after Singapore to allow the sale of meat grown from animal cells in steel tanks. Could this be an alternative to farming live animals? We like to imagine that chickens across America are celebrating, Upside Foods said in a release. For now, you could try a bite at Bar Cran, a San Francisco restaurant, but the lab-grown chicken will also soon be sold at a yet-to-be-disclosed location in Washington, D.C. Now, Rachel, would you try lab-grown chicken?
100%.
Why?
It's just cells. I don't know. What's the big deal? Why not? You wouldn't?
No, not right now.
Why
because
not?
chickens still exist.
But the whole point is that you can create chicken without having to kill an animal.
Yeah, but you know what happens if you don't kill animals? Then there's too many of them. So,
Or you just wouldn't breed chickens anymore.
well, then that puts a lot of people out of jobs. So, no.
A lot of chickens' lives would be saved.
That's all right. They're fine. They can reproduce more. But this is actually fantastic news, because we should never ever run out of food.
Yeah.
Like you know in those scary movies where, oh no, we gotta leave the earth because there's food. No, because Upside Down Foods is gonna grow chicken, and they're also trying beef and fish. So we're gonna be fine. We're not gonna have to leave the earth.
Yeah.
Yay us! And finally, Rachel, I want to read this email I got from. You're a doctor, right? Sort of.
Yes. But depends on what type of doctor you're looking for.
Now, I want to read this email I got from my medical provider. And it says, physical relationships are a cornerstone of happiness and living a full life. Plus, they can make you feel happier and less stressed. Research suggests that physical touch can lower blood pressure, lessen anxiety, and even boost your immune system. So far, true or false?
True.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. So whether you're rubbing shoulders with friends and family or getting up close and personal with your summer crush, remember that human interaction and touch are important
Yes.
and can be good for your health.
Yes. Physical touch is very important for development and, mental health.
Okay, from everyday care to your sex life. Oh, never mind. That's just, we're here to help you get in touch with that. That's nothing to do with the story. But I didn't read the whole thing, as you can see.
No, of course not.
Yeah.
Why would you? That's
So what they're saying is touching is good for your health.
Yes.
So
True.
people, go out and touch other people. Touch them whenever you see them. When you're walking by them, just reach out your hands and touch them. Touch them wherever you want. You could go to a stranger and be like, you know what? Science says I'm going to be a lot happier if I touch you. And just touch them. So just touch away. Touch. And
consent is key. There's good touch and
it
bad
doesn't say
touch.
It doesn't say anything about consent. It just says touching.
Caveats.
Touching. Touch away, Jankstas. And with that, you all touched me by subscribing to Patreon. And thank you for listening to another Janky episode. Rachel, thanks for meeting me in a weird park and making it all sketch.
In front of the closed building.
Yeah, in closed building. It's a nice park, but it's sketchy to see two people just laughing and talking to themselves. Until next time, Jankstas, squish.
Squish.
They're trying to cut my shit. We don't want you. We got you. But this is California.